Later, he regrets how it all turned out, not just for him, but for Lewinsky.
I feel terrible about the fact that Monica Lewinsky's life was defined by it, unfairly, I think. You know, over the years, I've watched her trying to get a normal life back again. But you got to decide how to define normal.
Clinton says it was one of many things he did to cope with pressure and disappointments.
And former First Lady Hillary Clinton opens up about how devastated she was.
I can't believe you lied. It just, anyway, was horrible. And I said, if this is going to be public, then you have got to go tell Chelsea.
She said, well, you have to go tell your daughter. She said, that's worse than me. And so I did that, which was awful.
Now, those revelations are from Hillary, a new 4-part Hulu docuseries that traces Clinton's career and life.
All right, let's get a check on CNN Business this Friday morning. A look at markets around the world. You can see Asian shares closed down and European markets have opened also down. On Wall Street, similar mood here to start the end of the week. In fact, this condition has been worsening over the past hour or so. It's worries about the coronavirus and the reaction from the federal government spurring a sell-off in stocks. The Dow fell 970 points, the 5th worst single-day point drop on record. All three major averages down more than 3% on Thursday. And get this, the 10-year Treasury yield, an all-time low below 0.9% as investors around the world express their anxiety and pile into safer assets. And that's one of the reasons why mortgage rates have hit a record low. The average 30-year fixed-rate mortgage fell to 3.29%. That's the lowest in 50 years. This is according to Freddie Mac. The 15-year fixed rate, 2.79%. Rates fell after that surprise interest rate cut from the Federal Reserve to help nudge the economy along as the coronavirus outbreak worsens. Some analysts say mortgage rates could have more room to fall even further. Today's February jobs report expected to show strong gains across the board. Economists expect 175,000 net new jobs last month. The unemployment rate close to a 50-year low of 3.6%. A strong jobs report could help ease concerns over slower economic growth because of this virus, though much of the impact should be seen in next month's job numbers. The outbreak is likely to hit consumer spending the hardest if people stop shopping, going to movies or concerts.
And more than 20 million people in the East under a wind advisory this morning. Here's meteorologist Derek Van Dam.
Good Friday morning, Phil and Christine. For any of our viewers located across the Southeast, you know that the past several days have been extremely wet. In fact, our radar estimated rainfall totals across Alabama into Georgia have exceeded 4 to 6 inches in some locations, including the wettest start to a year ever in Atlanta. Now, the storm system responsible for that rainfall is now moving off the coast, but it's also going to combine with the low pressure that's dropping out of the Great Lakes. So there's still some moisture that's going to be felt today from the nation's capital through Philadelphia into New York. A few scattered showers and even a few snow showers for the downwind locations across Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. But again, the rain coming to an end across the south, it will be replaced with extremely strong winds. In fact, over 20 million Americans under a wind advisory today for gusts exceeding 30 miles per hour from Chicago all the way to Atlanta. Here's a quick look at your temperatures. They're warming up. That's the good news across the East Coast. Back to you.
Now, thanks for that, Derek. Former Illinois Republican Congressman Aaron Schock is revealing he's gay. During his time in Congress, Schock opposed same-sex marriage, and Schock says he grew up a family centered on faith and tradition, and that coming out was, quote, unwelcome news to every single person in my family. Schock resigned in 2015 after an ethics investigation about his use of taxpayer money for lavish trips and more. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon is recovering from emergency heart surgery. The 63-year-old experienced a tear in the inner lining of his aorta blood vessel. The company says Dimon is awake, alert, and recovering well. He has been the CEO of JP Morgan, one of the largest banks in the world since 2005, and chairman of the board since 2006. You're going to want to take a look at this incredible body cam footage this morning. 2 New Jersey state troopers pulling the driver of a burning tractor trailer from his rig just seconds before it explodes. Unbelievable stuff right there. Officials say Trooper Robert Tarleton interrupted a roadside stop when he saw the tractor trailer run off the highway in a Bridgewater township. He ran to the truck where an off-duty trooper, Lieutenant Ed Ryer, was already helping. The driver sustained minor injuries. American daredevil Nick Wallenda making history in Nicaragua. Wallenda walked a tightrope across a crater of a volcano known as the Mouth of Hell with an active lava lake a couple thousand feet below. No thank you. He completed the 1,800-foot walk across in 31 heart-pounding minutes. Seriously, no thank you. Pretty awesome, though. All right, while you were sleeping, comedians took on Elizabeth Warren's exit and the scramble for her endorsement.
Liz, I'm sorry I called you a liar, please. My heart can't take much more of this. That's doctor's orders. I guess what I'm saying is you complete me, literally. I need an organ donor. Biden's not giving up without a fight. Don't listen to him, Lizzie. After all, you are my cousin. Oh, wait, you switched on me. Point is, I want you to endorse me for U.S. Senate. No, I mean that, folks.
That's right. Two guys in their late 70s are fighting over a woman. This doesn't sound like an election. It sounds like an episode of The Golden Girls. It's like, but Blanche, we have something.